Chili crunch. That's what I'll be talking about today. If you have a jar, a bottle lying around that you don't know what to do with, keep watching because this one's for you. Some of you might know this already, but there's been a bit of a situation lately in the chili crisp world. Somebody is trying to trademark the term chili crunch, which is kind of wild to me because terms like chili crisp, chili oil, chili crunch, they're meant to exist so that different people can bring their own personalities to it. That's the whole beauty of it. I don't know, but that's not what I'm here to talk about today. As someone who is a huge spice lover and someone who doesn't mind paying the price the day after in the bathroom, I wanted to share with you 3 of my favorite chili crunches currently and how I use them differently in my everyday life. Most, if not all of these, are very low effort, super easy, beginner friendly things because I want all of you to be able to enjoy using chili crunch in different ways. Also, I should clarify by low effort, I mean anything under 15 minutes or only requires 2 to 5 ingredients, max. And the reason I wanted to showcase 3 different kinds is because they each have a very specific flavor profile. Actually, even texture-wise, they're a little bit different. I'll talk about that in just a second, but here we go. I'm gonna start off with Mila's chili crunch. This is actually my first time trying to make this with chili crunch, but in concept it makes a lot of sense because it's oil, garlic, chili, and given that the chili crunch is already basically garlic, chili infused crunchy oil, it kind of works. Which is also why I like using this specific chili crunch because it has those little slivers of garlic and the rosemary in there. Very fragrant, extremely garlicky. Oil. Definitely spicy. The flavor of this chili crunch really comes through. Again, maybe because it's the only thing we flavored it with. That color comes purely from the chili crunch. Proves that you don't need fancy ingredients for fancy pasta. If I hadn't cut the footage, I think this would have taken 15 minutes max, which is incredible. A lot of things we can do with pasta when it comes to chili crunch. This is maybe my favorite thing to do with chili crunch, chili oil, chili crisp, because I love sweet and spicy. And I honestly find myself reaching for it more than anything else, especially when we have pizza. This on pizza is crack. You can see that the one I just made though has a much more viscous texture, so sometimes I just thin it out by adding a little bit of water. It's actually how I ended up putting hot honey on the sausages one time. My friends were over and I just wanted to fun things up a little bit, so I drizzled some hot honey on it and it was like the biggest hit. It works so well with sausages because the sausages already have a bit of saltiness to it. Ooh, and the kick. This is gonna happen the entire video. It's less crunchy, but you definitely still get a bit of texture in there. I don't think you understand how much I like this. Just, can you imagine if this was like a hot honey biscuit sandwich? I'm getting ahead of myself. Probably the most low effort, high reward way to use up your chili crunch. There's already so much flavor into it. Like you really taste the onion and the garlic in here, which I think goes really well with avocado toast. Honestly, it reminds me a little bit of the everything but the bagel seasoning. Smells amazing. Beautiful crunch at the bottom of the egg because it's been essentially cooking in that oil. Ooh, the spice is hitting. Super fast, super easy. She's great. The thing about this chili crunch is that it really smells so umami. That shrimp flavor comes through right away. The moment you add the Sambal chili crunch in, it immediately changes the color of it. You see like the little specks of red on there. Oh my god. There's just something about this chili crunch specifically with anything that has to do with like cheese, creaminess, kind of balances out the heaviness. The power of chili, garlic, and dried shrimp. You see all the little crunchy bits in here. But this was store-bought mac and cheese, right? You could bring this to a potluck and nobody's gonna know. Who's gonna know? This kitchen now smells like butter and I have zero complaints. It smells so good. The thing about compound butter is that it really makes your life so much easier. Afterwards, you'll find yourself just using it for every little thing. I added a little more crunch on this one. When the butter heats up in the pan, it kind of cooks the crunchy bits even more, so you still get that crisp. Very, very delightful. Truly an ideal snack, and there's so much you can do with this. By the way, you can also make hot honey butter. Basically, we're just combining everything together. I'm getting carried away. I used the seaweed sambal chili crunch for this one because I feel like in the mac and cheese we kind of already saw how the shrimp flavor can really add to a dish, but I wanted to show how, to me, another one of the biggest highlights of this sambal chili crunch is the sheer crunch of it. It reminds me of furikake. Carbonara is very creamy, it's very heavy, so you know, sometimes I'm just like, oh, if I want to add a little bit of texture to it, this is like a way to do that. Even in this one, the seaweed adds a different kind of umami to it. I know there's a lot of pasta in this video because I eat pasta a lot at home. Italians, tell me what you think. I apologize if this is a total blasphemy, but I don't know, give it a try. Maybe you'll think it's okay. Looks pretty spicy, doesn't it? But this one is for all the salad lovers out there. I've been trying to eat more salad, but the thing with salad is that sometimes I feel like it can be a little bit bland, or sometimes it could be too creamy. I like it when it's a little lighter, like a vinaigrette situation. Obviously you can put less chili oil than I did. This one's going to be a little bit numbing. I don't know why I just did that. It's wild to me that it's so crunchy and so nutty without actually having any nuts in it. It's almost like having granola as a topping. Savory, spicy granola. Spicy salad. smell of shallots and Sichuan pepper. This is another one of those meals that I eat a lot at home. It is truly so fast to make, just the amount of time to boil the dumplings, really. And every time I bring this to a potluck, it is a huge hit. But the key really is in the sauce. I really love these soybeans in here. If you're very into additional texture, because the dumplings are so soft and flavorful that it's almost fun. Flavors of this chili crunch too works crazy well. I remember there was a whole phase when everyone was baking entire wheels of cheese. Also, my cheese ball broke, which is why you see this little cheese spout here. Not a bad thing, really. If you're also a charcuterie board loving person, this feels like a showstopper. Creamy cheeses like brie, camembert, I feel like they are also very intense. Chili crunch is also intense, but in a different way. You know, all the crunchiness helps break it up a little bit. This is fantastic. It's just covered in gooey cheese and chili crunch. No double dipping if you're with friends, but if you're by yourself, just keep going in. And there it is, all 9 ways to use up your chili crunch. You'll be burning through those bottles so fast. I hope you'll get to try at least 1 or 2 of them, or if you're super ambitious and want to try all 9, I need to know so I can brag about you a little bit. But otherwise, this was a pretty spicy month. I should probably go get myself checked up or something. See you in the next video. Bye.